How's it going? Welcome to the channel. So today we're taking a look at the fifth wheel V40 electric scooter. Alright, so we can jump right into the powertrain. This thing has a front hub motor. It's rated at 400 watts, 800 peak. That's paired with a 48 volt, 7.5 amp hour battery. So let's just jump right into a top speed and acceleration test. Hey, before we get into that top speed test, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I'm almost to 10,000 subscribers. You can help me reach that goal. Just click that button. Thanks in advance. Okay, at first I thought this thing might have been broken or something like that because I was hitting the throttle and nothing was happening, but you actually have to step on it, give it a little push, and then the power kicks in. So the claimed top speed is about 20 miles an hour on this thing. It doesn't have like instant torque or anything like that. It kind of gets up to speed gradually. But let's see. I'm in sport mode right now, hitting 16 miles an hour, going uphill right now. So let's see how the torque feels. Slowing down quite a bit, 12 miles an hour, but it's taking this hill no problem. Let me get up here and turn around and see if we can't hit this 20 mile an hour mark. One thing I'll note about the scooter is super quiet. You can't hear anything really. So I'm at 17, 18, 19 miles an hour. I'm a big guy, 275 pounds, so someone normal weight can probably get 20, no problem. This is a 48 volt, 400 watt brushless motor, 800 peak with a 7.5 amp hour battery. I'm not sure exactly what the amp hours are. I'll put that on the screen right here. But for riding like this, just bombing around the neighborhood, it's going to be perfect. I'm not sure what the claimed range is. I'll actually put that on the screen right here too. But I mean, with a 7 amp hour battery, 400 watt motor, I mean, it's a small motor, so it's not going to eat up a lot of juice. I'm going to guess maybe like 15 miles, just bombing around. Yeah, here's kind of a steeper hill I'm going up right now. It's still chugging away 11 miles an hour with me on it, so it's actually got a good amount of torque. Let's see, slow down a little bit to 10. It gets a little steeper right here, but yeah, we're about to make it, no problem. All right, again, this thing's probably made for kids, women, smaller people. It's not made for big old 275 pound dudes. But it's performing just fine for me. Let's see, how's the power come on? Yeah, while you're moving the power comes on pretty instantly. Just when you're at a complete stop, it doesn't come on. You have to give it a little push first and then it'll kick in. Maneuvers pretty well. I'm usually riding on e-bikes, so I'm not really used to these scooters, but it's pretty intuitive. It's pretty easy to ride. The scooter only has one brake in the rear here, and it's a disc brake, but it is cable actuated. It's not hydraulic, but this is a super light scooter. Let's do a brake test and see how it performs. All right, let's find a place to do a quick brake test. You only got that front brake and it's in the front, so let's make sure we don't. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it stops. Didn't lock up the front wheel. I don't really think you want it to because you don't want to fly over the front handlebars. It does come to a stop pretty gradually, but nothing concerning. The brakes work. They do what they're supposed to do. I didn't feel as if I was going to fly over the handlebars or anything like that. So the brake was good. The brake lever is just kind of a standard brake lever. So the scooter does have full suspension. There's forks in the front and there is suspension in the rear, but you can't see them because they're kind of integrated. They're kind of integrated into here. It does allow for a little bit more comfort, but let's hear my general ergonomic impressions. All right, let's talk about ergonomics. So first of all, there's plenty of room on the deck for my feet. I don't know if you can see that. There is a spot in the back where you can kind of rest your foot on, but there's like a lump right there, so it's not super comfortable if you put your feet up, but having both your feet on the deck is just fine. It has front and rear suspension, so even with me on it, I'm not bottoming out when I'm bouncing up and down on it. It feels pretty comfortable. Eats up the bumps just fine. I can kind of feel the road bumps, but nothing jarring. They eat them up well enough to keep a pretty comfortable ride. I mean, something like this would be great for you got a kid that needs to get himself to school and back, or if you work pretty close to home, something like that, or just going out and bombing around having fun. It's actually a pretty fun little scooter. Yeah, turning radius is pretty good. Let me see if I can switch legs when I'm riding. Yeah, no problem. There's enough room to switch foot positions while you're on the fly. Again, I'm going uphill, hitting about 12 miles an hour up the hill. It's not really made for off-road, so I'm not really going to do an off-road test. It does have solid wheels, so you don't have to worry about flats or anything like that. Not sure what the price is. I'll throw the price up right here, but I think it's fairly inexpensive, and it's actually a pretty great scooter for what you pay for it. Let's go over the dash a little bit here. So on the left hand side you have your turn signals, and these turn on the turn signals that are in the handlebars there. Looks pretty cool. Here's what they look like from the front. No turn signals in the rear, just front, but these you can see from the front and the back. You also have a little bell here, no horn, does come with a little bell. And then you got just a really basic display showing your speed, charge state. This power button turns on the bike and also turns on the headlight. So you can see that's on. Pretty bright headlight. You can also use the power button to change the drive modes. So by double clicking, you got walk mode, eco, drive, and sport. You got your thumb throttle on the left here. Grips are pretty comfortable. You got a convenient little hook here for hanging things. If you got a bag or something like that, you can hang it off here. There's a little RGB in the front there. Looks kind of cool. Then you just got your standard reflectors. Yeah, that's pretty much it. A pretty cool little scooter for the price. There'll be a discount code and a link in the description. Thanks for watching to the end. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.